Assalamu alaikum. I'm here with Ikna, Gain Peace and Why Islam. It's we have a Dawah booth at the Memorial Park here in Houston, and it's July 4th, 2019. And in the spirit of July 4th, Independence Day and freedom, we want to come and speak and engage with our society, with the American public, and tell them a little bit about what Islam is about, what Muslims are like, answer their questions, clear some misconceptions. We have some activities and booths and stuff for the kids, and it's going great. I wanted to say a few words specifically on Islamic view on freedom, right? In light of July 4th and Independence Day. There are different philosophies on freedom, right? There are different philosophical lenses, different philosophical views on freedom. And the Islamic view is quite different, right, than the liberal, secular view on freedom that we are introduced to and that we are accustomed to. And that is that when we're hungry, we eat. When we're thirsty, we drink. When we're sleepy, we sleep. We're in that sense enslaved to certain needs, right? We're human. We're taught to be free, or at least we aspire to be free. But in many ways, you can say that we're enslaved. Enslaved to our own desires and our needs. We're not all powerful. We're not all capable. In terms of choices, right? Freedom of choice. We didn't choose our parents, where we were born, when we were born. We didn't choose our own names. Right? We didn't choose our ethnicity, our makeup. We didn't choose our nationality, race or ethnicity, gender. And these are important factors in terms of how our life is going to go out, right? We didn't choose the socioeconomic status in which we grew up in. We didn't choose our own DNA. So in this battle of nature versus nurture, right? People like the debate between sociologists and psychologists and philosophers and so on of, what decides how a person's going to live their life, what decides their actions and their beliefs and personality. It's like the battle of nature versus nurture, right? Both obviously being important. Those are two major factors. But in the battle of nature versus nurture, we chose neither. We didn't choose our, our DNA. We didn't choose our nature. We didn't choose our nurture. We didn't choose our parents, the school system we grew up in, and where we grew up, and at what time, and all that. At least as kids, right? Which is, the formative years. We didn't make those decisions. But we think we're free. We aspire to freedom. So it's important to be aware of the reality, right? So it's fair to say, although it doesn't sound nice and it's not politically correct, we are enslaved. The human race isn't free in the way we think we are, right? We didn't choose to be born, and being born in a sense is a type of slavery. You were thrown into this world. It was in by choice. We didn't choose to be born. We don't choose that. We also don't know when we're going to die, and we don't choose whether to live or die, right? When the time comes, everyone dies. No human being has ever lived without dying. You don't choose your life, you don't choose your death, and during that journey, you have these desires in you, you have needs, you have very limited capacity in terms of your power and your knowledge and your senses and your abilities and what you can or can't do. I know, right? Impossible is nothing, and you can achieve anything, and there's a utility to these motivational quotes and platitudes. But the reality is, no, you can't achieve anything and you can't do everything because human beings are limited. That's the reality. You can't see 10 miles away. You can only see a certain distance. Right? I know there's telescopes and microscopes and different lenses, but I'm saying human beings are limited. And even our science technology is limited. But anyway, to bring it back to the purpose of this Islamic view on freedom, it's that we're slaves, but that we can choose our master. Right? The Islamic view on freedom is that there is freedom through worshiping the Creator. The Creator is all-powerful and all-knowledgeable and loves us and chose to put us in this earth and give us guidance and wants good for us. Then through worshiping this Creator, that unshackles you, that frees you from all the other prisons and through enslavement to every other person, place, idea, object. Freedom, enslaving yourself to the Creator by choice frees you from all the other shackles. So it's freedom through worship.